Right. Master Johnson back here with another one for you. Those that are new to the channel, you guys are blowing this thing up. Having fun, right? If you're just now seeing my face, feel free to go ahead and either check the pinned link inside of the comments or just do the things with the buttons. I make things make sense. And today I'm going to make things make sense for you in regards of what you can actually control. And I promise you, if you can anchor it in and if you can hone in on these three things, it's done. It's a wrap. And I can say that confidently because I've done all the other ways, and I promise you, you have too. And once you see how simple these three things are, you're going to be able to just unlock your life, man. So congratulations for seeing this video. Let's go and dive on in. There's three things that you operate with. There's three things that you have. There's three things that are innately already always yours. And if you try to go against these three things, it's not that you're going against them, it's just you're going against yourself in ways that are making your life a whole lot harder than it has to be. Okay, so here's what I need you to understand. I'm going to give you the three and then we'll break them all down. The very first one, put this in the comments, by the way, or put this inside of your notes. You should definitely be having notes. All of my videos basically are coaching calls. They're not going to be just informative. They're going to be implementive. So the first one, definitions. Put that down. Second one, meanings. Put that down. Third one, stories. Those are the three things that you only control. All right. Now let me make this make sense in this kind of way. If everything came into your life with predestined meaning, then that would take away your free will. That would take away your freedom of choice. That would take away your freedom of perspective, right? So if a car were to hit my Challenger outside, boom, that does not mean anything. It does not have a story and or a definition until I decide what it means, the story and the definition. Now, I can say, oh my gosh, somebody just hit my car. What about insurance? What about their insurance? Is it a hit and run? What am I going to do? All of these great things. You can hear my baby in the background most likely. Anyway, based off of that, I can take a very reactive approach. I can automatically think of the worst case scenario. I can automatically start telling what this is going to be and how hard this is going to be now. And because I'm giving all of that energy through that perspective, giving that definition, meaning, and story, how could it have a possible positive reality if my focus and my intention and my energy is only creating the reality of misery, so to speak? Okay. Now the other option is let's say somebody hits my Challenger. Boom. I could also say, oh, this is probably the manifestation coming in for my Lamborghini. You see how that goes? It doesn't carry innate meaning until I decide what it means. So if somebody hits the Challenger, oh, well, I've been talking about a nice black and red Lamborghini Aventador. I think that would be nice. Ooh, maybe a new year, maybe, I don't know, maybe a classic, maybe a rarity, I don't know. But you can see my mind is automatically painting the picture of what this can become rather than what it is based off of my definition, my meaning, and my story. Now, this is where people get it all jacked up, and this is the mic drop moment. If this is making sense, by the way, inside of the comments, please put makes sense. There's a lot of individuals that give the identity, the definition, and the story of a victim based off of what has happened to them and or their past. So they can never let go of what has happened in order for them to finally create the narrative that is of becoming or of empowerment. Okay, so right now in the manifestation community, everybody's all about healing, but they're never going to be healed. Think about it. Oh, I'm going on a shadow work journey. I'm healing my inner wounds and my trauma, which, okay, I can understand why you do that. But who's going to come up to you and say, hey, by the way, you are finally healed. Oh, by the way, you finally have the audacity and the ability to finally walk around and say that you don't have to be a victim to your past. Who's going to do that? Who's going to come up to you and say that? I don't know if anybody will. So what does that mean? That means that you're not your past, but you can give the definition, meaning, and story that says, because this happened to me, nobody else shall suffer. This is why I love superheroes. This is why I love superhero stories. You know, if you ever look at a villain and a hero, they have the same arc. They have the same upbringing, so to speak. But they have different stories and definitions and meanings, right? So the villain says, because my parents died, because I was made fun of, because I was abandoned, everybody needs to suffer. But a hero says, because I was abandoned, because I suffered, because my parents were killed, nobody's going to suffer because I already know what that looks like. I know what it feels like, and I want to save people from that. Again, different definitions, different meanings, and different stories. So my question to you is, are you the hero of your story, or are you the villain of your story? I hate to break it to you, but what happens to everyone. Okay? To say that I have all this wisdom because I read a book is ludicrous. I have this because of the things that I've gone through, but because I actually have the ability to control my stories, my definitions, and my meanings. Best part is, so do you. So if you're sick and tired of having a reality or an experience in this life where nothing goes your way, are you telling the story where everything does go your way? Are you defining yourself as the version that learns from this and implements what the knowledge is or the data has been collected to give you the evidence of the information that you need based off the decisions that you have previously made? And then what are you going to do with this newfound information? Again, what is the definition? What is the story? What is the meaning that's going to allow you to actually have that self-conviction, that self-belief, and really that internal power to be able to create the alignment through the perspective that you have and hold, through the definitions, meanings, and stories that you give, because that is your power, ultimately leading to the perspective that says, what a story. There's been many times where I've been broke, guys, and I will either say, this is the downfall of Brandon. This is the downfall of Master Johnson. Oh my gosh, I'm broke. I don't have any money. There's been many times where I could have told that story. But you know what? I love to say this. This is that part of the story where I have to renew my mind. This is that part of the story where I get to decide what this means to me. I get to say, because of this, I will be a multi-million-dollar speaker, mentor, and coach. Because of this is the confirmation that says, I had to go broke and understand what it's going to be like to have immediate and eternal gratitude for as I am, because I am. Now, because I chose that, I had to have the contrast. I had to have the opposite to show me the confirmation that says, yes, congratulations. You first have to understand what it's like to not have what you need before you are able to manifest and attract the reality that does have it, so that therefore you can have immediate and eternal and impactful gratitude. And then you get to hone in on the gratitude and know that if you were to lose it all tomorrow, you could have it back. Why? Because you understand what you actually control, which is your definitions, your meanings, your stories. Now, I don't want this video to go too long. My name is Master Johnson. Guys, if you need help with this, join my community, okay? That's really all. Everything that you need. Don't get me wrong. The YouTube is here. The TikTok is there. Everything is great. But if you're at a point where you're just like, dude, I'm ready for actual change, then choose yourself. Choose the meaning, definition, and story that says, because I see this video right now, I'm going to go ahead and visit that comment. And I'm going to go ahead and invest into myself. It's $79 to join the community. You can cancel anytime, money back guarantee. You really have nothing to lose. And $79 is not going to change my life. But I promise you, it'll give you everything you need for yours. Or you can just continue to watch the videos and, try to understand this knowledge. But as a mentor, what I do is I expedite the process. I look at you. I say, this is where you're at. This is what we need to do. And then I make it happen through the accountability of mentorship and coaching. And then you're going to be inside of a community of other like-minded individuals. And it's very hard to not see that level of success when you're around people that actually understand what you're going through. Right? So it's there for you to use. It's there for you to lose. But I'm here for you, okay? So again, 3 things that you decide: stories, definitions, and meanings. If you are sick and tired of experiencing a life that is not the most fun, change your story, change your definition, change your meaning. You are not a victim to your reality, my friends. You are the architect to it. You are the architect of it. And as Jim Rohn brilliantly once said, you will either arrive to a undesigned place or a well-designed place. I have a well-designed place for you, okay? My name is Master J. Thank you for spending your time with me. Feel free to hit the things and do the things with the buttons, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.